Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you today about some of the different methods that you can stay plugged in and get great online training for both yourself and your team. Because we know that those who are plugged in and those who are listening to corporate calls, those who are listening to team calls and going to events, their paychecks drastically increase. And when I say drastically, I mean drastically. I've been in other companies before, and sure, I've listened to the calls and I've been on team pages and I've gone to the events. But this company really takes us to a completely different level in regards to putting out hard work and getting paid for it. So I really want to encourage you guys to start looking at some of the places where we have for our team to start supporting you as distributors and for you to help support your own distributors. So the first set of calls that we have each week are the corporate calls. If you go to myitworksevents.com and click on the corporate calendar, you will see that there are a number of corporate calls that are scheduled for the week, and you can see all of the calls that are scheduled for the month. You can also see some of the events, like the One Team, One Missions, that are company-wide It Works events, where you're going to be able to encourage some of the local people that you do know to go out to these events and join your team. We also see that, as I was saying, the corporate calls are listed on each day of the week, where the Sunday is the Sunday night corporate call, and that one is, of course, at 10 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Central, each and every Sunday night. All of the recordings for these calls are the exact same link as the initial call itself. So if you missed a call, you can go back onto the events, and usually within about 24 hours, the replay is now active. So if you missed it, don't worry, you can go back on and listen to them. So again, Sunday night corporate call is usually on Sunday nights. We have the Show Me the Money call, that's on Monday nights, usually at around 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we have the Freedom and Fresh Start call, that's on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. There are also our own team calls on Wednesdays. And Wednesday night at 7 p.m., we have our new distributor training call. This is something that Jackie Marchant, Tara Vogelsang, and I started to really help support you with training your new distributors. So if you want your new distributors to do really well at this business and get all of the information that they need to jumpstart, this call is every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central or 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we also have our roundtable topic call for our team, and that's also on Wednesday, and that is at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course, the links also turn into recordings. If you can't find them, just let us know and post in from Raps to Riches. We also have on Thursday nights Denise Walsh, who is one of our Ambassador Diamond leaders. What she does for our team is she puts together an opportunity call, and these calls are usually only about 25 minutes long. They're usually at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and this is a call that you can have any of your prospects on, or you can listen to yourself just to get some understanding of what other people are doing in their business to get to the levels that you want to be at. I love listening to these calls because we're taught to be broken records. So every single thing that a leader says, it's from being a broken record. So the more I'm getting on there and listening to these things over and over and over again, the better. We also have for our team on Saturdays, this is for our local team, we have the Saturday session, and that's usually between 1 and 4, and this is where you can come out for any kind of training. We usually do an hour training module, and then you can bring guests, and it's just to kind of interact as a team, have a little bit of fun, be able to go around and deal with different circumstances, but more just have the pleasure of being in each other's company. And if you aren't local, it's okay. You can start doing this with your own local team. And we can always Google Plus anyone in that wants to be able to be a part of this event. We also do our monthly meetings, and that's our monthly Manitoba meetings. And these are usually within the first 2 weeks of the month. And I also have a YouTube link for each of these events. So if you're not able to be in Winnipeg, you can easily watch these events live streaming on YouTube. The other thing that I also wanted to mention is something that we started a long time ago for our team. And that was a weekly leaders call. And that was a call that we did for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on how many people were on the call. And it was for executives and above. And we know that growing a worldwide business means a larger paycheck, but it also means that you can't readily drive your car and go visit people. So we want to make sure that we're doing a system that's duplicatable and is efficient with our time. And that's where Google Plus comes in. I love doing Google Plus meetings because it's like Skype, where you can see the other person, but you can have up to 10 people on this call and you can all interact. So you get the feeling that you're in the same room, but you're being much more efficient because you can do this from home. You can do this from your Google Plus app on your phone, and I'll show you what mine looks like on my phone. So you can be, out traveling. You can be other places in the country. You can be in a country where we're not open and still be able to work your business. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but I have my Google Plus app that's right there. It's called Hangouts. So I went to the App Store and I searched literally Google and then the plus sign and then Hangouts. And the Hangout app came up and I registered with my email address, the same that you would do on the computer with Google Plus. And then I can do calls, like video calls from my phone with anyone. So I can press do a Hangout and I can ask anyone that I'm following or friended to do a Hangout. It's exactly the same as on the computer. All you have to do is go literally Google plus Hangout, sign up for it. Those that have a Gmail account, you'll already be signed up for it. And then do a mock call with someone to initiate the plugins that you'll need for voice and video. It takes about 30 seconds for those plugins to be initiated, but you'll be able to kind of practice. The first time we did a Google Plus call, it was a little bit confusing, but it was easy at the same time because really you just, when in doubt, click buttons. That's how I figure things out. But anyway, so we did one of my first leaders meetings for our team last Monday, and I messaged a whole bunch of the leaders and that were executive and above and asked them to listen to a 22-minute call. And then those that got on, we discussed some of the topics. And the topic that we discussed last week was promoting events. Because as leaders and as business owners, we want to be able to promote events efficiently. If our team isn't going to events or showing up for calls, our paychecks aren't going to increase. Their paychecks aren't going to increase. So we really want to work on promoting events and getting people out to meetings, listening to calls, and out to corporate events. Like Green Carpet is coming up in July. We're really excited. Every single person that came to Green Carpet in April is promoting. And we know that one of the girls, Amber, she promoted to Diamond in the month after Green Carpet. She went from distributor to Diamond. So we know that coming to these events really, really help not only yourself, but also your team. So I wanted to congratulate Lil, Andrea Y, Brittany, and Krista, who joined me last week for our leaders Google Plus meeting about promoting events. And Krista really showed us that there are definitely no excuses because she joined us via the Google Plus app while driving home. Not that she was talking to us while she was driving. I don't promote talking or texting while driving, safety first. But she put it on her dashboard and she listened to what we were saying, and we could hear her pipe up in the background and give her own feedback. So, you can be anywhere in the world and doing meetings on Google+. So great job, ladies. My challenge to these ladies was also to set up Google+ calls for their own team once a week. And I want to give a shout out to Dre and Nugget who have done this, and they've set up a weekly Google Plus call. I think it's awesome that they're combining forces, especially being sidelines. I learned so much from my sidelines. As I said, I'm going out to the One Team One mission this week in Toronto and Mississauga, and I'm visiting and staying with one of my sidelines, Barb Hauser, which I learned just as much from Barb as I do my uplines and I do in corporate. So, get to know your sidelines. That's why we have From Raps to Riches, and that's why we try to interact. And, get a call set up with your team that's going to be a quick but really interactive weekly powwow where you can easily share ideas. You can combat concerns and objections and obstacles that are going to be in everyone's business, and you can keep your team excited. And excitement and motivation means that you're going to increase the momentum of your team, and it's going to help you promote. Anyways, if you have any questions and you would like to join us for our Executive and Above Google Plus meeting this week, it's going to be from Toronto on Wednesday. I'm going to be doing it at 7 p.m. Central Time, and it will be about 30 to 40 minutes. And this call will be discussing the topic of teaching our new leaders and what we should be focusing on. It's going to be based off of an Eric Worre audiobook, and this is something that I can send to everyone as they request to be a part of this call. So if you would like to be a part of this call, please message me and I will send you the Eric Worre audio that I would like you to listen to. Thanks, everybody.